Number 11, a senior, Alicia Griffin. Number 12, a senior, Desiree LaPointe. Number 21, a junior, Katie Reserve. Number 22, a senior, Francine Carson. Number 34, a senior, Kristen LaValle. The home team for this game of Westport Central. The Eagles are coached by Mr. Tom Obey. Number 4, Kim Luciano. Number 22, Lane Wilkins. Number 30, Melissa Olsauer. Number 12, Terry Connolly. Number 34, Deirdre Morsier. Number 42, Alex Sherman. Number 44, Emma Woodruff. Number 40, Haley Huggins. And now, the Westport starting five. Number 10, a senior, Ashley Sherman. Number 24, a junior, Amy Marsh. Number 33, a junior, Candy Connolly. Number 14, a sophomore, Hillary Harwood. Number 52, a junior, Lysandra Wilkins. The officials for this game, Mr. Edwards and Mr. Stahl. Mr. Forger is the official timer. Mrs. Gagnon, the official scorer. Mr. Bruce Gagnon is on the shot clock. Mr. Donnelly is the athletic trainer, and Mrs. Terry is the site chairperson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem. This evening it will be sung by Westport Central's Emma Woodruff.
Here's Emma.
Oh, say can you see by the sun's early light what the rosy wings hail at the twilight's gleaming through the stripes and the bright stars through the perilous sky, o'er the ramparts green white, works of gallantry streaming, and the rocket's red flag, the troops singing out, give truth to the night, that affect us till then. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
This is Calvin Castine. It's the 28th day of February 2002, and we're at Barker Memorial Gymnasium in beautiful downtown Plattsburgh at Plattsburgh High School for the Section 7 overall championship game featuring the Class C champion Ticonderoga Sentinels, winners last night against the Northeastern Clinton Central School Class B champion Cougars, and the Sentinels' opponents. And just down the road a piece, the Westport Central Eagles, the Class D champions. So it'll be LaValle jumping for Ty, and for the Eagles, it's Candy Conley. The Sentinels just once beaten this year, so this is a formidable opponent for Westport. Westport, early in the season, in the game against Northeastern, was blown out at Northeastern. So we'll see how they stand now against a team that beat Northeastern last night. I think the Westport press is going to be the key in this game. She out. Steve Stahl says she was out. I thought she swatted it back in before she went out. Steve Stahl and Tommy Edwards are the officials. Both referees from the Southern Board. Ball comes over to Harwood. Now Marsh gives it out to Sherman. Harwood over to Marsh. She lost it. It's picked up by Wilkins. Sherman with a shot off the rim and off the feet of Conley. This is the round robin overall championship tournament. Only 3 winners, B, C, and D. There's no A teams in Section 7, but this has been a fun thing over the years and a nice addition to what Section 7 does. Section 10 has done it for a lot longer, and when Section 7 saw the success that they're having over there, they said, hey, that's a good idea, let's do it over here. So they've been doing it for the past several years, and it's been a nice chance for the kids who have, once you get to postseason, it's win or the season is over. So this gives them a chance to play a game where it's not life or death, that you can lose and still come back and play in the regionals. If win or lose, these teams will go against their Section 10 counterparts, except for Westport. Westport is playing the winner of Section 2 and Section 10. But the B's and C's will go on to play against Section 10 in about 4 days as we're taping this. This is the first year that Westport viewers will be able to see the championship game on their local cable. Charter Communications is now sending their Plattsburgh signal into the J. Blackbrook and the Westport E-Town areas. And in the past we wouldn't show this in the Plattsburgh area because there's no team that Charter would have been interested in participating. But now with Charter now sending their signal down there. Charter's, of course, Falcon cable before Charter and so on. They've had that system for several years, but just never tied it into the Plattsburgh system. So now that they've tied it in there, it's the basket will count by LaValle. That'll make it 6-0 with a chance to make it 7. And now we'll be putting on these Westport games. So we must go back at least 10 years. I think I remember Julie Moore is an 8th grader. And not sure if that was one of the first years that we did the sectionals of the Class Ds. But we go back quite a few years, 10, 12 years of Westport being in the finals. So if any Westport families would like to obtain copies, we keep all our originals, and we do make copies on request. So if you're interested in the copy, Hometown Cable, look it up in the phone book. Or just call home in Champlain, 298-HOME. I thought the Westport press would be a factor, but right now, the Ticonderoga press is the story of this game. 7-0 now in favor of the Sentinels. Rick Smith not taking anything for granted. He's coming out full bell here against Westport, and the Sentinels are just dominating here in the early going. Off the glass by LaPointe and put in by Carson. Sherman gets it up to Wilkins. Wilkins pushes it up, stolen by Carson, intended for Marsh. Now we got Meserve. LaPointe underneath for LaValle. LaValle shot off the rim. LaValle gets the rebound. Too strong, and we're going to have over the back probably. I'm going to guess Terry Conley. Let's see who it is. Yes, indeed, Terry Conley.
Terry Conley, your first and third.
Meserve in. Carson gets it over to Kristen. Back in the corner to Meserve. She goes underneath for LaValle, an easy two. And it's 11-0, less than 3 minutes into the ball game. Ty continuing to press. Sherman gets it up to Conley. Well, Westport rushing the ball down the court, and Wilkins scores. Kristen lobs underneath to LaValle, and Westport does not have an answer for LaValle. We're not sure. We don't see Will Hutchinson here. We're not sure. We might be sending this game also down to the people in Ticonderoga to put on channel 17. So we'll probably be sending the tape down there if it's wanted, along with last night's game. Fouls on Francine Carson. It'll send Terry Conley to the line. She'll shoot two. Immediately following the game, they're going to be handing out the awards for the season. The All-Stars as picked by the coaches. Now a 13-3 ball game. Harwood with a long pass over to Sherman. Westport's going to have to get their outside game going. Marsh tries to save it, but goes into the hands of Carson. Carson brings it down, stops, and she's blocked by Sherman, and Carson's called for traveling. Now we have Ozier and Tubbs in for Ticonderoga. Harwood into the forecourt. Over to Conley, back outside. Sherman quickly intended for Harwood. It's out of bounds. We did a nice taping this story this afternoon with a couple of, actually 4 long-time people associated with basketball. And chances are you will have seen this, particularly in Westport. I'm sure in Ticonderoga. In Westport, you will have seen this by the time this has been aired. This game is aired. Marsh for the steal. The Section 7 coordinator, Patricia Ryan, suggested that we do a story with Don Sprague, longtime official from the Southern section. LaValle, another basket. She's going to have a big game if she stays in there. She's got tremendous totals already. So we said, well, we could do a story with Don Sprague, or we can bring in a few other folks with him. So we asked Bob Daly down here, but Bob was unable to make it. He's been battling a cold and had a few other things going on today. So Bob Daly was unable to make it, but we were able to get, in addition to Don Sprague, we got Harold Ryan, Patricia Ryan's father, but a man who has seen a ton of ball games over the years, and including the ball games involving the 7 of the 8 Ryan children who played sports. Then we got Charlie Niles, a longtime official and sports fan and enthusiast. And then we got a guy named Bob Garrow, who was a legend in the North Country in basketball and baseball also. So they all sat around with Gordy Little and chatted, and it was, I think, a great show if you're a basketball fan. So if you get a chance to watch that program, do so, because I think you'll enjoy it if you're a basketball fan at all. And also, while we're thinking of it, I want to thank Harold and Joyce Ryan for becoming viewer patrons, supporting Hometown Cable's programming. And we also want to thank Andy Morelli, who's down here talking with Bob Daly. Andy and Diane renewed their viewer patronage today. Andy handing me a check because he came in. He knew Hometown Cable would be here, so he's renewing the Morelli support for Hometown Cable's efforts. Nice job there by Sherman. Ashley Sherman with a very nice shot. She's a senior. And the ball brought down by Meserve. LaPointe goes low. Ozier goes to the net and scores. Westport just can't match up underneath against this taller and aggressive under the boards Ticonderoga team. Ticonderoga, a well-balanced team. They can hit you inside or out. They've got height, speed, good shooting, good, well-balanced team. Only one loss this year that came at the hands of Plattsburgh High School. So Ticonderoga, a good representative for Section 7 in the Class C playoffs. Wilkins at the line hits. Makes it 17-6, 2:20 to go here in the first period. Sandra Wilkins' second shot is going to be bouncing around and off. Marsh keeps it alive, but it goes off her. Osher into Tubbs. Harwood picks up. Westport not pressing. Tubbs. (17-6), 2:02 on the clock. Meserve will inbound. Into LaPointe. Now to Tubbs. To a cutting Meserve, and she is fouled. Both teams are just 3 fouls. This will be the 4th one on Westport.
Foul Westport Marsh for first, team sport.
Tom Bove has certainly been the most successful coach over the past dozen or so years. I think he has won 13 out of 14 Section 7 titles. Only one they lost. And I believe it's 13 out of 14. It may be 12 out of 13, but I'm more inclined to say 13 out of 14. The one he lost, I remember Jody Bigelow from Crown Point hitting a key shot in the closing seconds of that ball game to win it for the Panthers. Stolen by Tubbs. We've alluded to that shot by Bigelow many times over the years. A little coast to coast from Megan Tubbs, and over and no traveling. 21-6. Ticonderoga leaving little doubt here in the opening moments. So we have Fortier in and Candace Conley back in. Tubbs with the ball. Almost stolen by Fortier. Picked up now by Tubbs. Through Ozier's fingers, picked up in the corner by LaPointe. Ozier's shot off the rim, rebounded by Candace Conley. She'll give it to Sherman. Harwood back outside to Fortier, back to Harwood. Now to Sherman. Sherman gets a shot, top of the key. One thing they talked about in that interview we did today, and I wanted to get into it more, but it was tough to break in with those people talking. They talked about, Bob Garrow mentioned the foul area, and we'll show you, for those of you who saw the show, exactly what he was talking about. Some of you youngsters may not know what he was talking about, and you have to have been watching games or at least aware of games into the 50s in order to know what he was talking about. And I know about it because as a 6th grader, I can remember Tony Papoline telling us about it. I think it was Tony Papoline is his first name, whatever his name, Pappy Papoline. And that's the key. If ever youngsters or people younger than me always wondered why this is called the Key. Back in the old days, and from what I've read, it was Wilt Chamberlain who changed it. It looked like an old-fashioned keyhole, and it used to be called the keyhole, the key. That circle was really more prominent. It would go in here, and in this painted area, the lines where the players stand in the 3-second area was only 6 feet wide. And because of Wilt Chamberlain and George Mikan and players like that, who would post up low and would take advantage of that, they widened it out. Of course, now the NBA has made it even wider, but they widened it back in the very early 50s to the width it is now. But before that, it looked very much like an old keyhole, because that lane there, that key area, was only 6 feet wide, rather than 12 or 15, whatever it is. No, it can't be 15, but maybe might be 12 feet wide now. 21-8. Ticonderoga leads Westport, and the second period is underway here on Hometown Cable. Marsh to Sherman. Sherman drives baseline, ends up giving it to Harwood. Every time Westport has the ball, they've got a sentinel hand in their face. Blocked from behind. Marsh blocked by LaValle. Sherman will inbound. Comes here to Forsher. Forsher will try the 19-footer. Falls off the rim. And the ball ends up going off the point. Now Sherman will inbound it again. Basket by Pope, Caitlin Pope in the game. And the more I think about it, I really doubt that key area is 12 feet now. I'm not sure what the circumference is of that, or the radius is of that circle. And I'm not sure of that 6 feet, although that's what meant the distance that Garrow mentioned today was 6 feet initially. But whatever it was before, whatever the dimensions were before, it looked like a key, and now it doesn't. And there are some dimensions on a basketball court that I know, like the 15-foot foul line and 19.5-foot three-point area, but I do not know the width, although I should. Do not know the width of the painted area. Even though at home I have drawn out the dimensions on our home court, I cannot remember what those dimensions are. Meserve back in for the Sentinels. Harwood, skip pass over to Sherman. Sherman fakes, gives to Wilkins. Wilkins tied up, stolen by Meserve. Gives it to Pope, back to Meserve, broken up by Sherman. And Wilkins will come out with it, knocked out of bounds by Pope. 5:51 in the second period, the first half. 23-8. Ticonderoga leading Westport in the overall championship game. Shot put up too strong. Osher comes out with it. Meserve wide open. Desiree LaPointe wide open. And Tom Bova is probably not too happy with that turn of events. Because grab a seat, girls, we got to talk about this. Harwood tosses it in. Harwood, a sophomore. I would have guessed her a freshman, but she's a sophomore. Comes to Conley, Meserve all over. Meserve strips it away. And we're going to have a bump by Candace Conley. Meserve inbound to the point, now out to Osher. A white ball. Harwood will inbound it. And we got Sherman over to Marsh. Now Harwood back to Sherman. Stripped away, here's Meserve. Ozier to LaPointe underneath, intended for LaValle. Marsh read the pass, comes up with a steal. Marsh, hard-nosed ball player, could play for anybody's team. Harwood with a shot, and it's buried. Three-pointer by Hillary Harwood. And it's a 25-10 ball game. Westport trying to stay close at least. Down by 15. And it's a little two-pointer. I thought it was a three-pointer by Harwood, but it's only a two-pointer. There's a foul.
Foul, Westport, Candy Conley, or a third.
Candy Conley.
Team 7.
Their number is 3-3, and 3-3 has 3 fouls, that is. So we've got Haley Hudgens in now for Westport. LaPointe at the line. It's all net, 26-10 with 3:46 showing. Shot rolls off the rim, rebounded by LaValle. LaValle will put it up. And Marsh gets the inside position and the rebound. Broken up by Ozier. LaPointe gives to Meserve. Yeah, nice basket there by LaPointe. 28-10. I thought she took a baby step though, but that's what the referees are there for. There's Sherman on the line. Ozier and LaValle will sit. Kristen and Carson are back in. Gallardo is in. Didn't see her come in. Kristen with the ball. Travel or foul? Foul. Amy Marsh picks up her second foul. Westport now has 8. Kristen at the line. Rebounded by Marsh. Long pass to Sherman from Hudgens. Sherman with a high arcing shot after getting the two-handed pass from Hudgens. 28-12. 2:38 remaining in the half. Kristen goes to Carson. Carson puts it off the glass and scores. Ty not pressing now. 30-12, 2:21 left in the half. Harwood out to Hudgens. Have a kick by Kristen. Hudgens out to Sherman. Sherman thought about the three, but Kristen's in her face. And we have steps as Hudgens tried to get rid of it. It's almost at times like Ty is playing with an extra defender. They're everywhere the ball wants to be. Meserve in the corner for Carson. Carson keeps control, gets it out to LaPointe, now to Kristen. Kristen will drive, puts up a 6-footer and hits. 32-12, 20-point lead for Ticonderoga. Minute and 38 left in the half. Shot by Wilkins, and we have a hold. A hold called. That is a costly foul for Westport. Amy Marsh has picked up her 3rd foul. LaPointe at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. And the second one is missed. Ball squirts loose and jump ball. Meserve will inbound it. Meserve will inbound again. Into LaPointe, back to Meserve. Guarded closely by Harwood, gets the ball to Carson. Carson thought Meserve was cutting. Ball comes into Sherman. Terry Conley tied up. 50.5 remaining. Off the rim, Sherman with a shot. March gets the rebound. Marsh out there with 3 fouls. And we have a foul on Meserve. 5th team foul on the Sentinels. Into Harwood in the corner. 22 seconds in the half remain. Meserve. Kristen back to Meserve. 10 seconds. Underneath for Carson. 35-12. Westport held to just 4 points in the second quarter. Ticonderoga outscoring them 21-8 in the first, 14-4 in the second to lead 35-12 at the half on Hometown Cable. I think this Westport inbound play is going to work. It does. 1-3-1 defense for Ticonderoga as we start the second half, with the Sentinels leading by 23 big points. LaValle over to Carson. Carson puts it up. LaPointe puts it up. Now Sherman will bring it up the floor for the Eagles. Marsh back to Sherman. Skip pass over to Harwood. Back outside, and Westport working the ball around. They haven't been able to penetrate that Ticonderoga defense, and there's certainly no shame in that. Very few teams have been able to this year. Plattsburgh, with a very tall team, was able to beat I say a very tall team. They match up well against Ty. They've got the height and they've got speedy guards. So Plattsburgh was able to beat Ty in their only meeting. LaValle scores, and LaValle will go to the line, a chance for a 3-point play. So she's
Westport, March for 4.
got her Princess Leia haircut, or hairdo. Marsh picks up her 4th foul, so she will set. Yeah, I know she's going to sit, not set, but I like to deliberately throw in the wrong thing once in a while, because then when I accidentally say the wrong thing, people say he must be joking. So I know she's not going to set. I know she's going to sit, and if you hear me say something else that's not right anytime during this game, just assume that it was deliberate. Just trying to be funny. Into Kristen, picked up by Harwood, over to Oshier. No 10 seconds in girls basketball in the backcourt. Meserve brings it into the forecourt. Crosses over to Carson. Now LaPointe puts up the shot, too strong, and Harwood's there for the rebound. Harwood brings it up under great pressure from Kristen. Sherman back to Harwood, back to Sherman. Sherman fakes, drives to the baseline. Carson cuts her off, she puts it back outside. Now Conley comes to Sherman. Sherman shot off the rim. Ball kind of hangs up there. Meserve comes up with it, up to Kristen, who's breaking down the court, and scores, and no foul. Alicia Kristen makes it 40-12. And on the line was Carson. This is Meserve. Up to LaPointe. LaPointe stops, pushes it back outside. Kristen is bumped. Harwood runs into a pick and ends up bouncing off the pick into Kristen. So this will give Forsher a chance to come in. Sophomore, I like how Forsher plays. She plays with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of bounce out there. She's all over the floor, and I think she's going to have a good career. LaPointe out to Carson. Meserve gives Forsher a little nudge to give you some breathing room here. Kristen tries to pass it out. It'll be off white. 12 remaining on the shot clock. Ball comes to Kristen. Now Carson. Back out to Meserve, top of the key. Misses everything. And shot clock. Shot clock not very loud, but it went off. Ball did not hit the rim, so even though the shot was taken, it did not hit the rim, so it's not a shot till it hits the rim. Of course, if it goes in without hitting the rim, that's a different ball of wax. Wilkins from downtown, blocked by Carson. As Conley tried to put back, now Sherman is intimidated by Carson, and Wilkins is fouled. We'll see if it's on Carson or Ogier. Carson. Well, number 22 has 2. 4:22 left in the third. 52 at the line. Wilkins hits. Make it 40-13. And blue ball. Westport will press. Ulster went to take the ball out. Westport took it out, so Ulster just kind of shrugged his shoulders and walked away, saying, am I confused or are they? Off the glass, Carson, Francine Carson. Now Harwood brings it up, 42-13. Stolen by Kristen. Over to Ozier. Ozier drives the paint, throws it up. Off the iron. I have a foul probably on Ozier. Marsh comes back in with her 4 fouls. With 3:40 to go in the third. 42-13. They don't have much to lose by putting her back in. Might as well let her get some playing time. Sherman off the iron. Marsh gets the rebound. Nice feed to Wilkins. Comes up short. Marsh gets it back again. And Marsh, be careful. She almost picked up her 5th foul, reaching in. Kristen underneath for Carson, and that could be it. Let's see what it's going to be on. I think it's on Marsh. No, they're going to give it to Wilkins. No. It is on Marsh. And Amy Marsh. Situez-vous, Amy Marsh. She is fouled out with 3:03 left in the third. Now Carson will shoot. And Carson sinks the second. 30-point lead for Ticonderoga. 43-13. Westport with just 1 point thus far in the second half. After 5 minutes of play. Slapped away by Ozier. Forshier gets it back. Out to Sherman. Harwood drives off the glass, off the rim. New shot clock. Wilkins grabs it, and she is fouled by Carson. Terry Conley back in for Forshier. Rebounded Carson. Tubbs brings it down. Ty uses, Rick Smith uses a lot of players, and it's paid off for him. Keeps fresh players out there, and he's got a bunch of them he uses. .2:14 remaining in the third period. Tubbs for 3, it's going to be short. Harwood having trouble with that 1-3-1 defense. Sherman will inbound it. We have a whistle. And I guess there's a jump ball, and it's blue turn instead of white turn. Ulster into Tubbs. And have a moving pick called on Pope. When they went to this moving pick, they took away what we would call an offensive foul. So about the only time when you're in a 1-and-1 or a double bonus situation that the team will not shoot the foul shots will be in a charge or a player control foul. It used to be an offensive foul, but They went away from offensive foul and because they went to the moving pick as a shootable foul. So even though it's on the offense, it's a foul. So they no longer consider something to be an offensive foul. It's either a player control foul or it's not. A player control is when the person with the ball commits the foul. There's a bump on Pope. 55 seconds remain in the third. Westport still with just 1 point. Kristen strips the ball away, misses the layup. And it's rebounded by Terry Conley. She'll give it to Sherman. Sherman back to Conley. Conley will drive, put up a short shot. And who's that underneath? Wilkins. Almost looked like Wilkins was going to fast break down the floor. Sherman walks away after putting up a shot that misses everything. Blue ball, 25.7 remaining in the third period. 10-1, not a lot of points for Ty, just 10, but it's 10 times better than the one that Westport has. 11.8 seconds. Stolen. Time's gonna run out. Would have counted. Would have counted. Kristen's shot bounces off the back of the rim. 45-13. Ty leads. 8 minutes to go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
First shot of the second half is, or this fourth quarter, I should say, is off the rim and out of bounds. Have Villardo in. Or Ty. Wilkins to Harwood. Harwood will try the three. Nope. Villardo rebounds. And Tubbs will bring it up. Under for Kristen. She misses it. And Harwood comes out with it. Ball comes up to Sherman. Back outside. Kristen knocked it loose, and Harwood's able to get it back. Under for Candy Conley, she scores on, no, ball's loose, she did not score. Villardo comes up with it. Now Tubbs with the ball. Tubbs off the rim. Osher. And travel. Rick Smith wanted a foul. Tubbs picks up her second foul. Yeah, Conley at the line, Terry Conley. Hosier gives it to Kristen. Kristen picked up by Harwood into the forecourt. Villardo back outside to Tubbs. Tubbs over to Ozier. Ozier to Villardo. Surrounded by Eagles. Picked up by Sherman. Harwood back to Sherman. Quickly over to Conley. Off the rim. Villardo passes it down the floor, but Harwood beats everybody to the ball, gives it to Sherman. Westport still looking for their first field goal in the second half, and there it is. Ashley Sherman scores. Over 10 minutes into the second half before Westport gets their first field goal. They trail now 45-15. Kim Luciano in for the first time. She's in there along with Fortier. And we've got Meserve back in. We've got Pote in. And Bridget Burris in for the first time. Burris, a sophomore. And Mr. Anderson up there keeping score. Awfully quiet. But back when Jano was playing, you could hear him every once in a while. Every once in a while he'd cheer. Fortier, bounce pass to Wilkins. He drives, throws it up off the rim. And it's rebounded by Meserve. 4.5 to go. We got number 33 out there. I didn't see her out there. That's Megan Drymiller. Drymiller out there for Ticonderoga. So it's everybody getting some playing time tonight. Villardo at the line. Emma Woodruff's going to come in for Westport. Replaces Wilkins. Emma will always have that Section 7 championship game. And it occurred to me today that I haven't shown that in Westport, so I'll probably show it. If I haven't done it before this gets on, I will probably be showing that. Woodruff's shot rolls off the rim. I will probably show that down in Westport because Emma sang the national anthem and scored the only goal of the game. I'd seen Emma sing at some playoff games in the Mountain Valley League, so a couple years ago I suggested that she sing at the sectional games in basketball, and she's been doing it ever since. And at the sectional soccer game this year, I suggested that she sing it again, and she did, and she seems to enjoy singing, so nice to have that enthusiasm. Leanne Wilkins, or Laney Wilkins is in, number 22 for Westport. Luciano bounce pass underneath for Wilkins to Woodruff, and off the iron, rebounded by Villardo. 3:33 remaining. 46-15. Been a very low scoring fourth quarter. Ticonderoga has just one foul shot, and Westport has one field goal. So it's 2-1 Westport here in the fourth quarter so far. So not a lot of scoring going on. Now Villardo scores, and that's Ticonderoga's first field goal in the fourth period. Comes at about 3:15 showing. So it's now 48-15. Fortier with a bounce pass. Pope gives it out to Meserve. Let's see, we got now 42. 42 is Alex Sherman in the backcourt with Fortier. Luciano, now Fortier underneath for Wilkins. Sentinels take it away. Reserve gives it to Pope. 2:22 remaining. Gallardo puts it to the floor, guarded closely by Woodruff. Now Pope dishes off. Shot put up by Burris, and Forshire comes out with it. Up to Woodruff, and she is leveled. Emma Woodruff leveled by Katie Meserve. Hope that wasn't a comment on her singing ability. 3-point play, yes. Emma Woodruff with a 3-point play. She has 1/6 of her team's points already. 48-18. 1:55 left in the game. Gallardo dishes it off to Burris. Burris shot off the rim. Gallardo rebounds, and we have a foul. Melissa Holtzhauer, number 30, is in. Now Haley Hudgens, number 40, is in. And rebound Wilkins. Hudgens may have traveled, but the shot goes up. Back up and in by Wilkins. That was Alex Sherman who touched it on the way down the floor. That quick pass. Took me a little while to get used to the new names out here. Burris stolen, almost did stolen by Holtzhauer. And have traveled, double dribble. Minute 17 remaining. Meserve will inbound it to Pope. And we have a foul on Hudgens. Bridget Burris at the line. Chance to make it 50 for her team. Short. Rebounded by Hudgens. Over to Sherman. Sherman puts it up. Rebounded by Meserve. Whoa, Burris. Bridget Burris gets the fans and the teammates to their feet. 51-40. 40 seconds remain. Woodruff from 13 feet. Drops it in, and Woodruff. Sentinels will keep it. We're down to 21 seconds. Woodruff off the glass, no, on the pass from Wilkins, and Sherman scores. 51-24, 9 seconds to go. Drymiller. (51-24), Ticonderoga came out strong and never let up. Well, they let up, but never slowed down. 51-24, Ticonderoga defeats Westport, and we're going to have some awards coming right up here. Don't go away. And then right after they get the individual awards, we're going to get the All-Stars. So stick around.
They play on Monday at Maxey Hall in Moscow at 4 o'clock against Manor Central. Good luck in the regional.
Well, Westport is playing on Monday. I thought maybe it's the boys that aren't playing that first round.
Overall champions, Ticonderoga Central School.
Sentinels now from
The
Ticonderoga.
award is Mr. Rick Smith, the coach, and the captains.
Overall champions for 2002.
All-Star selections as chosen by the conference coaches following the 2001-2002 regular season. Presenting the awards, Mr. Jim Merridew, CBAC Girls Basketball Chairperson, and Mr. John Revenue, the CBAC Boys Basketball Chairperson. First, the Girls All-Star selections. CBAC Girls Division 1 from Leamantown Central, Erica Covey.
Erica Covey.
From Peru Central, Aaron Provost.
Aaron Provost. Most of the fans are sitting on this side, but they do this to me every year. They have them come with their back to us.
From Plattsburgh High School, Jenna Proctor.
They could have them stand
From Saranac
along the line,
Aaron Pangborn.
facing to the right here, because you got the crowd over to the side. Pangborn's here. Got some tapes for her, but I'll bring them.
From Saranac Central, Danielle Dushelaw. And now representing Division 2, from Osceola Valley Central, Leanne Peck. From Seton Catholic Central, Jessica Erica. From Ticonderoga Central, Kristen LaValle. From Ticonderoga Central, Katie Missouri. From Clever Lake Central School, Heather LaValle. And now the girls all CBAC selections. From Peru Central, Aaron Provost. From Blackbird High School, Jenna Proctor. From Saranac Central, Aaron Pangborn. From Seton Catholic Central, Jessica Erica. From Ticonderoga Central, Kristen LaValle. The girls 2001-2002 Most Valuable Player selection from Leamantown Central, Erica Covey.
Erica Covey.
The girls Coach of the Year from Ticonderoga Central, Mr. Rick Smith. Your 2001-2002 girls CBAC All-Star selection.
Next up, the boys' version. They'll go have their picture
And
taken.
now presenting the boys CBAC All-Stars for 2001, 2002. Representing Division 1 from Peru Central, Mike Ortel. From Westport High School, Joel Buchino. From Plattsburgh High School, Adam Favreau. From Saranac Central, Andrew Hart. From Saranac Lake Central, Luke O'Neill. From Saranac Lake Central, Reese Lipicher. And now representing Division 2, from Mariah Central, Mike Fernandez. From Seton Catholic Central, Mark Ravenue. From Ticonderoga Central, Adam Porter. From Ticonderoga Central, Jared Johnson. From Tucker Lake Central, Pat Fedor. And now the boys all CBAC selections. From Mariah Central, Mike Fernandez. From Peru Central, Mike Ortel. From Westport High School, Joel Buchino. From Westport High School, Adam Favreau. From Seton Catholic Central, Mark Ravenue. From Ticonderoga Central, Adam Porter. And now the boys 2001, 2002 Most Valuable Player Selection. From Plattsburgh High School, Joel Buchino. And now the boys, Coach of the Year. From Ticonderoga Central, Mr. Mike Green. Your 2001, 2002 boys CBAC All-Stars.
There you have it. Thanks for watching. and supporting hometown cable.
Off the gym floor so we can sweep the floor